Hi, my name is Isabel, I'm 28, and there's a thing on the internet going around that says that 70% of divorces or breakups are initiated by women, and that is why we should make it more difficult because blah, blah, blah. Usually misogynistic reasons and answers. And I want to talk about this because I think that if you make divorce harder, it is extremely anti-feminist and it's going to trap lots of women in very unhappy marriages, and that I think that divorce should be as easy as a marriage, as in you can get married basically the same afternoon that you set it in your head, but divorce is something very difficult, very, very, very difficult. That's you sometimes have to go to court for, you sometimes have to get lawyers, pay lots of money, petition a divorce, then you have to prove why it didn't work, etc., etc., etc. I think you should be able to divorce in like an afternoon. And I think that you should be able to divorce without needing the signature of your partner. That if one of the partners says, I want a divorce, that it should be accepted just like that, even if your partner doesn't want to. That you don't need two signatures to make it legally, whatever. Maybe, depending on the country where you live, maybe that's possible, maybe it isn't possible. It's just what I think should be like a standard on the planet Earth. So why do women initiate 70% of the breakups, if that number is correct? Which I assume is correct because from what I've heard from my friends and what I've seen in my life, usually the women break up and not the men. Maybe younger men break up more often, blah, blah, blah. But when you're getting older, divorces and stuff like that is usually initiated by women, as far as I can tell about my experiences in life and my profession as a teacher, as a translator, as a scout leader, as a woman myself. So I think the reason is that we, as women, we are conditioned to sort of see a situation and development and to like work on it and then sort of analyze it as well. We are conditioned and taught to be introspective, to think about the feelings of others, to be realizing all of these things, to be always like meta thinking about relationships. How does everybody feel? Is everybody good? Is everybody aligned with each other? Is everybody satisfied? Are everybody's needs covered? Men don't think about that. Men are often also not taught to like work on themselves. I mean, interestingly enough, the whole manosphere of the internet is sort of very adamant on working on themselves to be like an alpha, high value, whatever piece of shit. I don't think that any of these terms mean anything in real life, Get your head out of the internet, date some real adults in real life, and you're going to see that nobody is an alpha male and there's no high value whatever shit going on. And if somebody is actually serious on that, it's usually a bad partner. My honest opinion. So